Welcome back. The fourth annual Detroit Black Film Festival kicks off tonight, showcasing the voices and stories of Black independent filmmakers. Joining us now with a preview of the event is Marshall Favors, co-director of the Detroit Black Film Festival. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
We appreciate it. All right, so first and foremost, let's talk a little bit about this event, how it started, and what is your main goal?
Oh, thank you so much. Well, I'm a filmmaker myself.
Oh, wonderful.
And an independent filmmaker. So being able to highlight independent films is great. And I've been curating film festivals for about 17 years. But when I started traveling around to other film festivals, I really noticed that because we have a high African American population, but we didn't have a Black film festival here. And so I thought, what better way to highlight independent films and to have people come and experience Detroit.
I love that. I love that. Now, you obviously recognized a need to elevate voices that we'll say maybe weren't getting their proper due. Why was it so important to bring that to the community?
Oh my God. Well, first and foremost, I think just representation is important. And there's so many stories that are out there, but they don't have the audience. And so this gives us a way to elevate films from the African American communities. But my favorite part is just having dialogue about culture, about stories that are compelling, and bringing audiences in the same space and place as the filmmakers is my favorite part of the festival.
I love it. You get to see this, come full circle on the opposite end, on the receiving end. What is it like for these Black filmmakers to have this sort of exposure? I mean, I imagine just unbelievably appreciative that you're putting so much work into this.
Oh, well, absolutely. And it's a two-way street. And like I said, like independent films don't have the large marketing budget like a lot of the studio films would have. So making sure that we have an audience that's going to help us spread the word about these stories is always great exposure for the filmmakers.
What are you most excited for with this year's event? Can you pinpoint something?
Oh my God, there's a lot to be excited about, but we do have two films that are by some Emmy award-winning names that you may recognize.
Just Emmys, huh? No big deal. not a big deal.
So one is a documentary film by producer Shirley Ralph, and it is called Unexpected, and it's about women who have been newly diagnosed with HIV, and they've have this supportive system that they've created for one another. And the second film is by Gregory Allen Williams, who is also an award-winning actor, but he wrote and directed this film. So that's what's really special about having this film. So he's kind of stepped behind the camera this time to bring this project to fruition.
Now, I jotted this down. The theme is cinema, cuisines, and cocktails. Can you elaborate on that?
Absolutely. So my husband and I, we wear many hats, and so he represents over 42 Black-owned spirit brands.
Okay.
And so what he's really interested about with these brands were the stories and the brand owners. And so as filmmakers, we're always interested in stories. And so we combined the cuisines and the cocktails and the cinema. Well, we combined the cinema and the cocktails, but we thought we got to bring cuisines in there just to round out the party.
I love that. How do you go about choosing the films that go into the festival? I'm always curious about that because it seems like a pretty daunting.
Oh, they want to kick me out of the screening room every single time because I want them all, because we get a lot of great stories. But we have a jury, and they come together, they watch all of the films that are submitted, and then we have a process where we look at the overall production quality and the overall entertainment value of the film, and then we narrow that down to make the final selections for the festival.
We are all out of time, but very quickly, where can people buy tickets?
On Eventbrite.
Okay.
Detroit Black Film Festival.
Wonderful. Marshall Favors with us, co-director of the Detroit Black Film Festival. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.